Hi, my name is Becca. You've probably seen me in Holy Cross Kids and around church, and today I'm going to be telling you a story about Jacob getting a new name. So first I'm going to ask you the big picture question, which is, does God keep his promises? And the answer is, God always keeps his promises because he is faithful. People will often use nicknames to refer to their friends and family members. Nicknames can be a way to show a difference between two people. I bet some of you have nicknames. I definitely have a nickname because my real name is Rebecca and I go by Becca. So that is my nickname. In our story today, we will hear about a time that God changed Jacob's name. Why do you think God changed Jacob's name? Today we're going to hear about it in our story. So Jacob took his family and all his possessions and left the land of his uncle Laban and headed home to Canaan. Now you guys have heard of Jacob before with our previous stories with Jacob and Esau, and then Jacob with Rachel and Leah, which was our last story. So Jacob was going home, and going home meant that he would see his brother Esau again. And do you guys remember what happened last with Jacob and Esau? Jacob made Esau very upset and angry, and so Jacob was afraid that Esau would still be angry with him for stealing his blessing. So Jacob sent messengers to tell Esau that he was coming. When the messengers came back, they told Jacob that Esau was coming to meet Jacob, and he had 400 men with him. Jacob was very afraid. God had promised that his family would be as numerous as the stars. But how could that happen if Esau was going to kill them all? Jacob made a plan. He divided his family into two groups. If Esau attacked one group, maybe the other group could escape. Then Jacob asked God to keep his promise. Jacob prayed, "Please rescue me from my brother Esau." Jacob sent a large gift of animals: goats, sheep, camels, cows, bulls, and donkeys. He was trying to make Esau happy so that he wouldn't kill him and his family. Maybe then Esau would forgive him. That night, Jacob moved his family across the stream where they might be safer, but Jacob stayed behind. Then, in the middle of the night, a man appeared. And guess what? That man was actually God himself. But Jacob did not know. The man wrestled with Jacob all night. Jacob refused to give up, so the man injured Jacob's hip. "Let me go, the sun is coming up," the man said, but Jacob would not let him go. "I will not let you go until you bless me," Jacob said. "Your name will no longer be Jacob," said the man. "Your name will be Israel, because you wrestled with God and men, and you have won." The man blessed Jacob. The sun came up, and Jacob limped because of his hip. Now Jacob looked and saw Esau and his 400 men coming to meet him. Jacob went to meet Esau. He bowed down 7 times to show respect to his brother. Esau ran to Jacob and hugged him. He was not angry anymore. The two brothers cried together. Esau returned to his home. Jacob and his family traveled to Shechem, and Jacob brought land for them to live on. He was finally home in the land God had promised him. God changed Jacob's life and gave him a new name, Israel. Jesus came so that we might have a changed life, forgiven of sin. Jesus' death and resurrection provided sinful people the way to be adopted into God's family. When we are adopted into the family of God, we also receive a new name, children of God.
Okay, so now I am back inside and we're gonna do a little bit of some work together. I am going to ask you guys some questions about the story that you can answer with your parents, and I also have a few activities that you can do to have fun, but also demonstrate the story a little bit. So first, I'm going to ask you some of the questions that we have for our story. So the first one is, why was Jacob afraid about going back to Canaan? The second one is, who did Jacob wrestle with? The third question is, was Esau still angry with Jacob after he returned home? Number 4, who did Jacob trust when he faced a situation he feared? Who do we trust when we are afraid? Question 5, what are ways that God blesses people? And lastly, question 6, God changed Jacob's name to Israel. What are ways we are changed by God when we trust in Jesus? Jacob was not a perfect person. He lied, cheated, and even stole. Even so, God used him and blessed him. God changed Jacob's name to Israel, the name of God's covenant people. Israel's family became a great nation. God used them to send the Messiah, Jesus, many years later to save the world from sin. Okay, so we also have a few activity pages that you can get and do. I'm going to show you some examples of ways that you can do these in a little bit. But first, I'm going to talk to you about some games that you can play. Now, these games, option 2, you will need a few people to do it, but you can easily do it with a parent if there's only one kid in the house. So option 1 is thumb wrestling, and I'm pretty sure you guys have played this before, but I will give a demonstration with my brother Luke about how you play this. So thumb wrestling is fun and quite a bit safer than real wrestling. Today we learned about a time Jacob wrestled with a mysterious stranger who turned out to be God. Jacob demanded that the stranger bless him. Who do you think the stranger was? So option 2 is a game called Hop Circles, and you're gonna play this by getting in a circle and hopping on one foot to see who can hop the longest. Hopping can be difficult. Our bodies struggle to balance on one leg. Today we heard about a story that Jacob hurt his hip, leaving him with an injury that lasted him his whole life. He could stand on both his legs, but when he walked, he limped because one leg could not hold his full weight. Can you guys remember how he got his hip hurt in the story today? Okay, so I'm going to talk to you about the 2 activity sheets that we have this week. You can find these if you are interested in them. So this one is just a coloring sheet. And then this one, you take Jacob and Israel, which Israel is Jacob's new name, and you try and create as many new words as you can with them. So I'm just going to show you some examples of how we can find those. So the first word is real, and we take the R, the E, the A, and the L from Israel, and we can get real. And then core, we can take the C from Jacob and the O from Jacob, and the R and E from Israel. I also made cob, which is just the C and O and B from Jacob. And then we have ace, which is the A and the C and the E. So there's just some examples. And if you guys wanted to try and find some more, that would be a fun activity for you to do.
Hi guys, so I am here with Luke, and we are going to demonstrate the 2 games that we're playing. So first, we're going to demonstrate thumb wrestling. If you have no idea what that is, either your parents should know because it's been around for a while, but if not, we are going to demonstrate it. So you're going to take your hands, you need 2 people, and you're going to clamp them like this, okay? Thumbs up, and you kind of intertwine your fingers like that, and then you're going to start with going 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can count to how many. There's like so many things you can do to this. Again, your parents, if they grew up with this game, they should know some fun
Yeah.
sayings to
Go.
do. But, and then you say, ready, set, go, and you try and push the other person's finger down, and you have to hold it there for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that is how you play. So the second game is called Hop Circles, and I explained it a little bit earlier on, but this is how you play. I'm just going to do it again so that, because Luke has never played this game before, so I'm just going to kind of show you. You can do it with 2 people, you can do it with your whole house. It's really fun. So you potentially get in a circle, but because we're only 2 people, we aren't really in a circle. It's kind of like a line or whatever. And so then you can have someone timing if you want. It depends on what you're looking for, but we are just going to hop. We're not going to hop because we can both hop for a long time, and that would be really boring just watching us hop for forever. But to get the idea, you can't really see, but you just get on one foot and you hop in a circle. You kind of just hop around like so until someone gets off. But we're not going to do it because we could literally be here all day hopping. So that's how you play Hop Circles. Remember when we talked about the game Hop Circles? So I'm going to now teach you how to play it. So you're going to grab family members. That's the best way to play. And you're all going to get on one foot. And you're going to hop around in a circle. Now you could time it or whatever, but you're going to try and figure out who can hop the longest. So you're going to hop in a circle. And then it goes on to see who can hop the longest.
She's out.
So that's how you play Hop Circles.